Hey everyone, this is Kristen Fagan and Sara Oehler with Softlex Company, and we will be live in just a few moments. Sit tight, and we're going to actually share with you a few of our specials going on this weekend before we jump in live. So see you in just a moment.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Kristen, you're still muted.
Hi.
We're having the best day at the Great Bead Extravaganza. Thank you for being here, everybody. We just got our video pinned into the announcements in the Great Bead Extravaganza, so hopefully some people there are starting to find us. I noticed that it didn't, for some reason, pop up and it didn't get pinned right away. So we got it taken care of just in time. And I bet we'll see a lot of people still hopping on here. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a slow start so that we can get all of our friends onto our video today. Kristen and I have a lot planned for you. We have got a jam-packed show ahead of us, don't we, Kristen?
We do. We do. You know, there are two of us, you know, in this 1 hour presentation versus one. So it's like we have to tag team.
We are a 2-for-1 special. Buy one, get one free. You both. And we have very different designs to show you today. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Kristen's going to kick us off with a fall design using the Pantone colors that we highlighted this fall and winter season and put into our TGBE kit, which is sold out. However, we still have some of the parts and pieces that are in the kit, and we have the quad and a bead mix and all sorts of things. So if you love those colors, we still have stuff for you. And then I'm going to launch into the holiday season and a little bit of winter, because as makers, we usually start making for Christmas now if you haven't already started, right? And so I'm gonna launch a little bit into that.
I see that Linda said she's making her icicle ornaments already, which I've been thinking about them. Those were so popular last year.
We have a perfect bead strand for icicle ornaments this year that I ordered. It's available on the website. I'm going to do a reel with an icicle, maybe even today after this. I might put it up because I'm in that kind of a Christmassy mood. But I know, Linda, are you the one who made hundreds of them last year? I know there was one viewer that just made hundreds of these icicles last year with all of her leftover beads. And that was
so
super
smart.
fun.
I would say that everyone, I made quite a few last year also, and they were so popular. Everyone really loved them. So yeah, Christmas ornaments, icicles are the best, and some bead strands we have for that are perfect at softflexcompany.com.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so I'm Sara Oehler, and this is Kristen Fagan. We are from softflexcompany.com. I've worked for Softflex for over 22 years. Kristen's been with us for 18 years.
Yeah, it'll be 19 in the new year. So yeah.
And there's quite a few of us like that. We have had a few new additions recently, which has been exciting. And a big change. It's nice to have fresh eyes on things. But most of us have been around a long time. Like Shelly in our office just had her 19th anniversary. Thomas and I have worked together my entire working lifetime, because he worked with me at a coffee shop before Softflex, and then we've worked together here forever. And we just celebrated Veterans Day for him because he's a veteran. But we have quite a few people that have been with us. Even James now, who's sort of our newbie in some ways, is like in 4 years. Right. So we're definitely lifers. It's a great company to work for. It's located in Sonoma, California, and we are a beading wire and craft wire manufacturer at the core of what we do, but we also sell lots of beads and components, and we do live jewelry making demonstrations on the regular.
Yeah. So, yeah, we definitely do. Our mystery kits are a monthly feature. That's a really great way to try out our products and get a sample of beads. A lot of that stuff we gather specifically only for our kits, so they're exclusive, and then once they're gone, they're gone. And then a handful of things we bring in from the kits that we sell on a limited basis. So a lot of stuff is just sort of rolled through quickly over at softluxcompany.com. There's always something new going on. And then, of course, we have our staples, which are our wire, our beading wire, our craft wire, our amazing crimps, and a lot of the tools that we use every day we keep in stock long term.
Speaking of kits, I'm going to log in over here on my demo screen, and I'm going to unwrap the kit that we did for this event. And then that is what Kristen's going to be using in her design. And then if you want to stick around, I am going to be knitting on a knitting spool and putting together a full necklace. This is my sample in white. We're going to do it in red today for the show, which I'm super excited about. So this kind of gives you an idea of what one of those mystery kits might look like. It's pretty similar to our TGBE design kit, but we'll have a few different things. Each one has a different theme. So of course this one had a fall theme since it's for Fall Fest, and we really tried to focus in on those Pantone colors that we chose to highlight this year. We've been doing a quad for spring, summer, or fall, winter for a while, maybe a couple years now. And this quad is our 2021 fall winter quad of colors. We have our Imperial Topaz, which looks a lot like Adobe. Our dark blue lapis is like rhodonite. Our bone is like the soybean, and then our red coral, which we thought was really a good match for Fire Whirl. And so we put together this really fun palette, and then we have a lot of products in our shop that match that palette. And in fact, we have a bead mix, this one here, that matches it super well. And you can get that full-sized bead mix for free if you buy the quad this weekend. So if you want to get a free bead mix, put the quad right into your shopping cart, and then it will pop into your cart for free. Okay, so here is what is in our mix for today. I'm going to go through it pretty quickly because we're going to see it in Kristen's design as well. Some really luscious check glass beads in all of those fun colors that we were just looking at, our rhodonite, our soybean. We put in a 10-foot spool, which would normally cost $7.89 all on its own, in our bone-colored Softflex beading wire in the medium diameter, the most used diameter of our beading wire. We threw in a full-size package of Softflex craft wire in 22 gauge. This isn't just regular craft wire, it's silver-plated craft wire with a gold color over it. So it's our fancier version to give you a little bit of craft wire to play with. And then we have a really great findings package. We've got our 2x2 millimeter Softflex gold-filled crimp tubes. We're very well known for our crimp tubes. They are thicker and stronger than many on the market, and they're solid tubing. So they're really wonderful to work with. And then we've got a big package of goodies back here. Let me dump those out so we can take a good look. And Kristen's going to use a lot of these things in her project in just a minute. She's getting herself all set up and ready to go while I jibber jabber.
Oh, I love these charms. They're all so pretty.
These are really pretty. These are Tiara cast charms. They're made here in the US. We sell these individually in our shopping cart as well. So if you wanted to just pick up the tree spirit charms or the violet leaf charms or these cones, you can pick all of this stuff up individually on our website. We have a pair of hammer tone cones also made by Tiara Cast, 4 charms, a few little ear wires, and then a lobster clasp. Before I shoot it over to Kristen, all of our design challenges are not just a challenge for us to use the kit, but also a challenge for you. And so just like any of our regular design challenges, we want you to take this kit and make it your own, and then post pictures of what you make into our VIB Softflex Facebook group. So go join our group and then post any pictures of any designs that you make through, it's usually the last Monday of the next month, which maybe Damien can look up that date and post it for me. I like to keep him on his toes. He's in the background helping us out here. Damien's been with us for a long time too. I would say, Damien, are you on like year 15, year 12? He'll have to post that into the comments as well. So he's been here a long time as well, and he's a huge asset on our team. Okay, so we want you to post your pictures. Every design you post is an entry to win our next kit for free. And we just love to see what you're making with the kits too, because it's not just about us, it's about you and seeing what you get to make in the end. So I'm going to shoot it over to Kristen, and she can get going.
Yeah, so I did see a question. Someone was asking, is our Pantone quad available still for fall and winter? They're actually one quad. We do it for a fall/winter season, and then we do one for the spring/summer season. So yes, this is the fall/winter, and you will be able to pick this one up still and grab the free check glass bead mix that matches. Will go into your cart when you add the quad, which the quad is also on sale for $24.95, I think it is. So it's a discount over buying individually. I'm seeing my screen go a little slow-mo at the moment. So are you seeing that on your end as well?
I wouldn't worry too much. Just move through it and it'll be fine, I'm sure. Okay. I'm going to answer some questions while you're getting started, okay? Is the fall kit considered a mystery kit? It was a mystery kit, yes. We just revealed it. And do the charms come in the silver color? The tier cast charms do come in the silver color. I see Kyla's question here. And they do come in the silver color. All right, wonderful. Go ahead, Kristen.
Thank you. So I was excited when I saw we had the Softflex craft wire in the gold silver plated color, 22 gauge wire in this particular kit, and really wanted to play with it and highlight it. So I'm going to use this to show you how to make your own head pins. And we're going to make these little spiral head pins. And we're going to make these little triangle ones. And then we can use these to make little dangles in our necklace and to make some matching earrings. I'm going to go ahead and cut myself a little bit of craft wire. That's about 4 inches or so. And using a round nose plier, we'll do the spiral first. Susan is asking, are the beads in the mix available individually? There are a few I would like more of. So are you talking about the kit or the check glass mix? Well, in either case, the check glass mix is just a mix. It doesn't have any of the beads individually. And in the kit, we gathered these strands specifically for the kit, and they were only sold in the kit directly. We don't have any of these available online for purchase. I hope that answers.
Karen, it would be hard to do the 2 orders together. We do free shipping on orders over $65 in the US. So it might be easier just to go ahead and get your online order and then let the live sale order process, because it'll go out about a week later. They are just pulling it now. So they still have the part 3 to pull on Monday and then invoicing, and it takes a little while.
All right. So you're just going to make yourself a little loop like you would if you were making a little dangle, something like that. With your round nose plier, you can get closer to your tip if you want it to be a smaller loop to start, or further back on your pliers if you want it to be a larger loop. And then you're going to grab your chain nose pliers, and we're just going to slowly grab a hold of that loop. I like to just stick it right inside of my chain nose plier and move around that spiral. So what I'm doing is I'm holding it in my chain nose plier. I'm just lifting it ever so slightly so that I can turn my wire, and I'm just pulling it around that center circle to make a spiral. And then it's your decision on how large you want to make it. When you're happy with the size, you'll just stop your spinning. You will grab the side of the straight wire and bend it at a 90-degree to create your head pin. Just like so. And then you're going to want to work hard in this before you move forward to use it into a design. So we have this tool called a wire whacker. You just place your component inside this wire whacker. There's 2 pieces of nylon, and you smash it down. You can also use a hammer if you wanted to. The nylon is important for working with Softlex craft wire in any of the colors, like this is the gold plated color, because they do have a copper core. So you need to use nylon so you don't chip or mar the actual color that is on the craft wire. The only one that we have that does not have any color on top is our bare copper. So that's the only one that you could use metal or some other hammer on there. For all the other colors, you're going to want to use nylon, and then you can smack that down. I would do it on both sides, and I'm not going to do it because it's real loud and I don't want to make my doggies go running and hide. So I am using 22 gauge Softlex craft wire. You can use a thicker or a thinner gauge, however you want. And then when you're ready, when you've got your little spiral, you can just add your bead like you would and any other head pin and create your dangle. Using a chain nose plier, turn your wire 90 degrees towards me, and then I put my round nose plier inside, twist the wire up and around, just rotate my tool so I can get the wire to go underneath. And that's your simple loop. If you wanted to wrap it, you would hold onto it with your chain nose plier, and then you can wrap it around a few times. So there is one little component that you can then add to your necklace, trim off the excess. And then I'm going to show you a triangle one too. Let's just see if there's any other questions going on. No, it looks like we're okay. So I'm just going to trim another piece off, and I'm always straighten my wire from the spool with a pair of nylon jaw pliers. And that just gives me a nice, clean, straight piece of wire to work with.
Lisa, we do have just the one quad, as Damien posted. That is our fall winter quad, and it has a matching bead mix that you get for free. We do have other bead mixes available on our website, and I'll be talking about those in just a little bit when it's my turn.
All right, so the second one we're going to do is a little triangle shape. So you're just going to use your chain nose plier for this one, and you're going to go kind of close, fairly close to the top of your pliers, and you're going to bend your wire all the way around. So you create this shape right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and I'm going to grab it right where that wire loop ends, place it into my chain nose plier, and then bend it around again. So now it looks like this. And now I'm going to grab it where that wire ends. See how it's hitting right into my pliers right there, and bend that again. And then you take that out. I'm going to grab where this wire ends there. So I'm always kind of butting up against the shape that is next to the plier, and then using the plier's edge to create my bend.
Gloria, yes, we do use our nylon jaw pliers to do some work hardening of our wire. It will get it started, but the wire whacker is really helpful for really completely work hardening the entire surface.
So you see what happened here is I didn't grab it right flush, and so I made this little kind of wonky corner instead of a nice straight corner like all the other ones. But that's okay. I can just let that go for now. And actually, that could be a different design example. When you're ready to make the top of your head pin, you would just stop your turning, go to like the center of my little space here, and I'm going to turn it up. And now I have it as a head pin. And again, you're going to want to work hard in this. I think someone asked, can you use the nylon jaw pliers to work harden? And I think Sara just answered that. But yeah, you can just kind of squeeze and do like a soft work hardening for it. But to really get it to be nice and stiff, the wire whacker is the way to go. And then you add your bead here, and you would do the same thing to add it, make it a little dangle. It's up, go around. This one, I don't have as much wire left because I made my triangle a bit larger. So I'm just going to do a simple loop instead of a wrapped loop. And now I have this little piece to use in a design. Super cute.
Kristen, do you want to show your full design and kind of give us a run through of how you put it together?
Yeah, that's where I was headed next. I just wanted to do the two little charms first. So I'm going to move those out of my way, and I'm going to be stringing the design on our
Those
bone.
are so super cute.
Yeah, they're so cute. I was having a lot of fun playing with them. The spirals and those triangles. I mean, they're a lot of fun. And then you can also do things like this. Instead of having the spiral at the bottom, you can have it kind of in the center. If we have time, I'll show that. If not, I think I'm going to do that for a Free Spirit beading video, which I am live on Softflex Company's YouTube channel on Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So we're going to do a multi-strand design, and what I've got here are 2 strands of Softflex beading wire in the bone that came with the kit. I've got 28 inches of each strand, and then I strung this pattern here. This is 10 inches of beads. So these are all from the kit, and then I put those little dangles down here. I've got the spiral, the triangle. There's a dangle with the violet leaf that came in the kit, but you can get more of those online. And then another triangle, and then a spiral. So we've got the beautiful large red beads in the center, these little cut beads as an accent, and then 3 of those large blue textured beads, the cut beads again, and we've got the little blue rondelles, and those last beads are the check drops. We do have some of these check drops available at softflexcompany.com in 4 different colors. So that particular item is something you can grab. So that's the one strand. The second strand is this pattern right here. And that one uses 8 1/4 inch of beads. So they're both strung on 28-inch strands, but this one's using 10 inches and this one's using 8 1/4 inches. And that will give us that nice little difference between the two lengths of beading wire. So I'm just going to grab one end. I have bead stoppers holding them in place right now. So I'll take the bead stoppers off of one side. And I'm going to use these cones. You can get these cones at softflexcompany.com. They did come in the kit, but you can also pick these up. And that's how we'll just connect our two strands together. We're going to do a crimp on top. All right, we got a 2 by 2 millimeter crimp tube, and we're going to slide that down both ends for both strands of that beading wire. These are Softflex Company crimps. They are excellent quality, 2 by 2 millimeter, gold filled, seamless, double the strength of most on the market. Oh, and you know what? I think I was going to add a bead there. Let me go back and do that because that'll just make it a little prettier, won't it? Oh, we have some giveaways going on. Did we mention it at all, Sarah, at the beginning? Do we want to tell them what's happening? I just saw.
I think I mentioned that we're doing 4 giveaways. We'll be doing them every 15 minutes in the chat. So, and Damien is choosing people at random from those who are here and commenting. So we should have given one away 15 minutes in and then 30 minutes in. That was our next one. And then we've got 2 more. So stick around and keep commenting, and that will put you in an entry to win. We are giving away our mystery kits or mystery.
They're kits mystery kits.
Kits that we've had left over from over the course of the last year. And so you won't know which one you'll get. It's a mystery and a mystery kit all at the same time.
Double mystery. So I just added a cute little blue bead here on top of the cone just to decorate it a little bit before I do the crimp. So I'm going to use our magical crimping pliers. These are manufactured for the 2 by 2 millimeter crimp tubes specifically. And for our beading wire, I'm using the 0.019 medium. So I'm just going to slide that crimp right inside the one notch there in this plier. Give it a good squeeze. And those of you that watch our videos know what time it is. It is ravioli time. You're going to get 4 little pinched corners on that crimp. It'll look like a ravioli. We're going to turn it 90 degrees, place it back in that notch, give it another squeeze, and then go around a few more times just to cinch that crimp down and really shape it nicely.
And I'll be showing that again if it's a little choppy on your end. You'll see it on my camera as well. And I was just going to say, we could have given away a mystery kit every time we said the word ravioli.
Right.
That would have been good.
A good way to go. Really fun. So there we've got one side. I'm just going to do the same on the other. So I can probably do that while Sara is working. And then I think I'm going to twist up the back and add in a clasp. So if you want to do your part, Sara, I can always come back to that.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so I have been doing a little bit of knitting. We got 2 really beautiful mixes in after we got that beautiful Pantone in. And I wanted to show you, I forgot to show you, I made this great memory wire bracelet with a ton of TierraCast charms that are available on our website with that Pantone mix. And you could do this kind of bracelet with any of the mixes. So we just added a bunch of really lovely Christmas charms, which you can kind of see some of them down here. Would be great with this white or this red and green mix as an option. So these just got added in this week. They are a little ode to winter and to upcoming Christmas. I'm absolutely infatuated with the red and green and gold mix. I want to pour it in a bathtub and take a bath in it. It's so pretty. It's just a really gorgeous combination. I love the white sparkle mix too. It's also very pretty, but this one just has my heart. So I'm going to be using both of those today. And you can find those on our website, softflexcompany.com. I think they run about between $10.49 or $10.95 for the mix. And they're both really, really pretty. So that's what I used. The white one is what I used on my sample design that I made earlier this week to make sure my design would even come together and work. And so you can kind of see how those beads in that mix can sort of play together, and then use some of those fun tier cast charms. I picked some winter ones here, but we also have some really great Christmas ones that I can show you in a minute. So the back end of this is medium soft flex beading wire. It is knitted on a knitting spool. This is something I've been doing for years and years and years, and maybe some of you have seen me even do this before. It creates a spongy knitted wire, and it's a lot of fun to play with. You can use it for bracelets or necklaces. In this case, I'm using it for the back of my necklace. And I actually could even interchange this front if I wanted to. So I left the loop, and I'll do this on my one that I'm going to show you. I left just a loop here, and I could make whatever front to the necklace I want. I could make a different mix with the red and green. I could mix in some of the Pantones and just keep that white spongy knitted area in the back. The other nice thing about this is you can connect to it. So you can add charms to it if you wanted to put the knitted wire in the front instead of the back. You could do maybe like a long seed bead strand, and then you can hang charms or beads from the front. You can string beads through the center. There's a lot of fun design ideas. So let me show you how to put this together and get started on this knitting spool, because I'm going to get real short on time and I can talk someone's ear off. So I'm using our Softflex beading wire medium in a beautiful red coral color. I'm kind of in love with red this year. It was in our Pantone quad, and we got this mix in that was beautiful that matches it. It's, I think, still available or maybe just sold out in the shop. And I just was so drawn to it. And then we got this red and green mix in. I was like, I'm definitely in a red phase. I'm loving red for some reason. It's definitely, I told Kristen, I think it should be the Pantone color of the year next year. Just red all year long. So these knitting spools come in 3, 4, and 5 peg knitting spools. A 3 peg is going to make a thinner knit. So this part will be thinner. It will have less loops running through it. A 5 peg would be thicker, and so it's going to be even wider. So if you were going to do some big beads, or you like a bigger piece of jewelry, you would want to choose the 5 peg. If you like things a little daintier, the 3 peg would be the way to go. The 4 is in the middle. We have the fewest knitting spools in the 4, just so you know. So if you want to grab a 4, do it quickly, because we were down to under 5 the last time I looked. But we do have them in the 3 and the 5 as well. Okay, so I strung my wire down the center of my knitting spool. I'm using my thumb here to hold the wire in place. And then I'm going to look at this knitting spool like it's a clock. So we've got our 12 o'clock that I'm going to wrap around. I'm going to go through the center to 9 o'clock, through the center to 6 o'clock, through the center to 3 o'clock. And here is where it gets tricky for this particular knit. which is, I think, my favorite of the 3 styles that we teach here at Softflex. I'm going to wrap around the outside, but above my loops, all the way around. And I'm going to come back to what was 12 o'clock. I'm going to come back to that loop and go around it one more time so that there are 3 wires on that loop. Now, here's the really tricky part. You can't let go of this wire and you can't let go of this wire or it all springs apart. So you got to kind of manage to hold on to everything with one hand while you pick up your stylus. And then you got to let go just a little from the bottom so you can give a little bit of leeway on that wire, because you're going to come in on that very first loop underneath the 2 top wires, and you're going to grab the bottom wire, pull it up and over. We have lengthy videos on knitting on a knitting spool. So, and you can also replay this to your heart's content once this video is over. So if you need to replay it, it might be easier to see it in that way rather than me show it over and over. So I'm wrapping at the top of the 3, or the 2 that are already there, making 3, taking that bottom loop up and over the top. And look what has magically happened. I don't have to hold on to everything anymore. Now I can just get going. So I did a whole length of this last night while watching Polar Express. I have knitted in the car. I have knitted on a knitting spool in an airplane. You know, this is one of those things that once you have it on there and once you know what you're doing and you kind of get going, it's pretty easy to just relax and go with the flow. So I've got my wire added and then I split and bring it over. And as you get going, it's going to knit down the center of the spool and come out the bottom. And it's going to look like this. Now, if you want to see how to take this off that knitting spool, I did a demonstration on an Instagram reel earlier today because I knew we were going to be tight on time and I didn't want to not be able to show that to you. So you can find out how to take it off on that Instagram reel or on our TikTok channel. And I went ahead and finished one side and we'll finish this side together. That way it's kind of ready to go. So this is a complete
so pretty. It looks very pretty in the red.
It's a complete 30-foot spool. So this is how much it will make if you're, and I don't have something to measure it, but I can measure it after and put it into the comments. I'm going to take
Sarah, I have a few questions going on here. So we've got, can we do this with any kind of Softflex beading wire?
Yes.
Yes, we can. So any of our diameters, any of our brands, you can do this technique with any Softflex beading wire. And then the other question is getting, if you're using a 3 pin, or will it be a smaller style? And yes, it will be just skinnier. And if you're using the 5, you're using the 4, I think, today. Is that right?
That's right.
So if you're using the 3, it'll be narrower, it'll be thinner. And if you're using the 5, it'll be thicker. Sarah's doing the 4, so it's kind of right in the middle between those 2 knits.
Correct. So I have this great tiara cast piece. You saw how wonky the end is. That's totally normal and how it comes out. This fits over the top of that and it hides all of that wonkiness. So you want to tighten it down over the end of your piece and then take a 2x2 millimeter Softflex crimp tube. And then we're going to go back into the tube and we're just making a loop because we're going to put our clasps onto the beads. And then that will make this so that it can change out to something else if we want it to. Okay,
yes, Rita is asking for more fun. Can you put loose beads inside of the tube? You most certainly can.
You can. You can put loose beads in. You can string beads through the center. We've done all of those different things. And you can have a lot of fun deciding what to do. And then, of course, like I said, you can hang things on the outside. I was actually even playing with hanging the lobster clasp beads on the outside. And that might be an idea that I'll keep working on. So there is a ravioli, 4-corner ravioli, which I might be making for dinner tonight, by the way. I have some squash ravioli. In honor of GBE, I will be eating ravioli tonight. Then you're going to go sideways.
We have some questions on the size of the end caps for a couple people. We do sell those at softflexcompany.com. So Damien, if you can go grab the link for the end caps and maybe check on what the size is and put that in the comments, that would be awesome.
And I'm just going around and around it, tightening down the end of the crimp tube so that it turns into a little round bead. So this started off as a little tube, and the crimping pliers compress the edges of the crimp tube into a little round bead. And then I'm going to come in with my cutters, and I'm just going to get in as close as I can to that crimp and snap that off. And I can tell I'm ready for a new pair of cutters. There we go. Okay, so now I've got this piece all ready to go. And now we can do our beaded section. For the beaded section, I went ahead and pre-strung my beads just to make it easier. I used all beads from that beautiful red and green mix over here. And these mixes are all scoops. So what I get in my mix, you may not get in your mix. And so I'm not going to go through every single component because yours might end up a little bit different if you're going to make something similar to me. However, this piece here you can buy on the website. It is a ceramic snowflake made in Peru. It's a double-sided. It's really beautiful. And that would be a separate purchase from the red and green mix. But I thought that it worked really well in this particular design. I was trying to do it with the white, but it just didn't work because of the colors. It kept bothering me. And so I finally gave in. And then I found it well for this one. I talked about it. I talked it over with Kristen because I was like,
yeah, he said it's perfect with the Christmas mix. And I love that it's substantial in the front because I think it really is a nice complement to the knitted substantial wire that's going to be running through the back.
Yeah. And these two strands of beads are a similar length. I'm just going to stagger them when I crimp them. So you can see I have wire just kind of exposed on this bottom one and a little bit even on the top one. Once you're using the wire in your design, you don't need to tighten the beads up all the way to the crimp. You can kind of just loosely crimp it together. So I'm going to grab my crimp tube for my second side. And here comes the trickier part, is just kind of working out where you want everything to sit. And so I'm going to take my 2 wires and string my 2x2 millimeter Softflex crimp tube, which if you got one of our kits, you should have some there in this color even. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of play around with how do I want this to all sit. And once I feel like I've figured it out and I feel good about it, then I can go ahead and crimp. Kristen, did you have something to say?
No, I just said, someone said, I think it's almost ravioli time. So it made me giggle.
Almost ravioli time again. Oh, goodness. Things become a thing, you know?
Yeah.
You don't expect them to, they just do. So now I'm stringing my lobster clasp on. I'm going to go back into my crimp tubes. And I am going to kind of line these up. Do these loops look similar? Do they look okay? I'm going to hang it. Is this the length I want? Do I want to tighten anything up? Is it what I want before I crimp? Because once you crimp, you can't really do much. That's it, you know.
Right. The point of no return.
It's the point of no return. That's right. So I'm going to crimp. It's ravioli time. I have my ravioli. I'm going to split it, turn it on its side, and compress again. And then just go all the way around it, making sure it's a nice, tight, round fit.
Oh, we have a new winner just being announced. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah, we'll have one more at the end of the show. Thank you for being here today with us, you guys. Thank you for joining the Great Bead Extravaganza. Obviously, because Andrew and I worked out this idea together, it's very personal for me, and I've been just so happy to see how much you guys really love and enjoy being here. So thank you for being a member. Please ask anybody you know that you think could benefit from this creative workshop. We will have more to come. We'll be announcing another one at the end of all of the presentations. If you know anybody that could benefit from it, then, you know, invite them so that they can be part of the group. I would love to see us go over that 10,000 mark before the end of the weekend. It would just be really
happy
wonderful.
First birthday, the Great Bead Extravaganza. Thanks, Jennifer. Yeah, so exciting. It's amazing that it's been a year and how many times we've shown up in here. It's just, you know, from where it started to where it's at now, just such a huge difference. And just, we couldn't have done it without all of you. So thank you.
Yeah. So one thing I want to note is you'll see it do this when it's sitting flat. That's totally normal. The weight of the front is what holds it nice and straight when you're wearing it. And so it is important to have some sort of weight up there, whether it be beads or a big pendant, or in this case, I have some of those winter charms. Let me show you those before I pass it back to Kristen so you can see all those little charm options that we added this week. We've got the cutest little toy soldier. We've got an adorable Santa. And look at, this is the best part about Santa. They did him double-sided, so you can see his little Santa pack on the back. So cute. We watched Polar Express last night, and my youngest is only 2, and it was a big deal for him. And now he's going around the house looking for Santa. You know, like,
oh, that's adorable.
The thing we just got, and he was like, "It's Santa!" So cute. We have some nice bells. There is a beautiful candy cane. There's a dove and a peace on earth charm. And then, of course, I don't know if the snowman got added, but we do have a snowman.
It's available, but the picture is missing. So you can buy the snowman, but we still have to load the picture up.
This is my fault. I'm supposed to take the picture. I just haven't done that. I take full credit. We also have some beautiful tiny ceramics that are great for the holidays. We just had a customer in our VIB group say that these are even better in person than she thought they were going to be when she ordered them. They're adorable.
That large wreath is actually sold out.
I know. I did a reel with it yesterday, and it sold really fast.
But we have a teeny tiny wreath as well. So if you missed out on the large one, there is a teeny tiny one.
Teeny tiny wreath.
It's so cute.
These are like my favorite, 2 of the teeny tinies, the little snowmen.
Yeah, I think the snowman have captured my heart a little bit too when I was doing the pictures. I was like, these snowmen are really cute.
They're so cute. So we added, needless to say, we've added so much stuff to our shop in the last few weeks. I mean, the last 6 weeks has just been mass chaos. We've been doing so much. So Get in there. I saw someone say they went shopping last night. I think it was Kathy. And she said there was so much to choose from. Like, it's really
I
hard.
know. She's like, my goodness, haven't been here for a little while, and it just exploded the last couple of weeks. That's for sure.
It did. Kristen, did you have something else you wanted to show?
Well, I was just going to twist up the back and show some earrings if my camera is. I do wonder, like, if the plug being in is what's making it go slow.
I don't know.
I was going to swap. Hopefully I don't affect the sound, but I didn't want to do it while you were going. Yeah. Let's see.
Technology is tough, but isn't it amazing that we can beam into your homes and all these different artists can give you all these different ideas? I mean,
right?
I'm so impressed.
All right, so the first thing I'm just going to show, I'll hold it still, is that this knitted design, I have all these cute little heart charms. This was a tutorial I did on the YouTube channel for Softlex Company. And so you can attach little charms to the outside of your knitted design too. And then I'm just going to twist up the back. So after you crimp and you've got your 2 strands, you can cut it off one and just leave it 1 strand, or you can do a little twisting, which is just going back and forth, taking 1 strand, going under the other, and making a little twist. And what that will do is give a little texture to your design. And I feel like it makes it a little sturdier in cases too, not for like sturdier to wear, but just sturdier that I don't maybe hold the jewelry in a weird spot and get it tangled up as easily. Just thickens it a little. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for.
Yes, our presentation can be viewed later, and it will be right in the Great Bead Extravaganza group and also in the Great Bead Extravaganza YouTube channel. We do still have our vintage Christmas design kits available, or it's retro.
Yeah, retro Christmas.
Yes, we have a handful of those left, and those will be revealed on the last Wednesday of the month, which this month happens to be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So I'm really looking forward to that because I think it's going to be a lot of fun to kind of kick off that big weekend with a kit and then see what everybody makes with it over the weekend.
Oh, it's such a fun kit. I think you're going to love it. I think everyone is really going to love playing with it. And I can't wait to see what you make. So after you're done twisting, I just added a crimp. I looped my lobster clasp onto one of the wires and took that wire that the clasp is on back down through the crimp. And I'm going to use those magical crimping pliers to crimp this. You can always use regular crimping pliers, but what we love about the magical crimping pliers here at Softlex Company is that it turns it into a nice little rounded bead. So really,
a few people want to know about your bracelet, what size knitting spool you had used on that.
Oh, I think this is the 3 because this is a little smaller than yours. Mm-hmm. So this looks like the 3. Yeah. And I do have a YouTube video with this one. It was a Valentine's Day project. That's why it's got all the little heart charms on there.
Our retro bead strand did sell out. We do have some of our bead mixes have been selling out, especially the Pantone colors, because those launched a few weeks ago. Those are getting very low. If you want, we
actually sold out, I think, of 3 out of the 4 on the mixes of those. So, yeah, they're going real quick. But you can still get the strand on a couple of them, and we have a ton of new beads we launched too. Check out our check glass section. There's a bunch of stuff in there right now.
Kyla, I love this big long message. Thank you so much. We love doing this. It's been a little bit of a passion project. I put a lot of energy into it, but I'm always happy to see it go well. and to see all of my fellow presenters do well, because I really do love all of them.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then I'm just gonna real fast, I started this little drop here with one of the red beads for a pair of earrings. So I created the top loop, wrapped loop, and I've got the bottom one started. I'm just gonna open this up and slide on one of these. You can use the triangle or the spiral that we made.
Very cool, Kristen.
Close that, wrap this around.
Yeah, so much like Kristen and I are beading virtually together right now, you can also do that with all of your friends and family. Even in as we move out of this COVID season, I think we've all learned that we can connect on technology in a new way when we don't live near each other. And one of the ways to do that is through our design kits. You can get design kits with a friend that's 3 states away, and you can both come and watch the design reveal and all the videos that come after using that same kit. That looks great, Kristen.
So a cute little earring, you can go with the blue little one, or you can go with the brown, depending on what you like, or you can swap them out for the little spirals instead. So really cute. All right, that is it for me.
Is it a tighter weave with more pegs? It's not. They're spaced this about the same. It's just the actual piece that comes out is smaller. Whereas, and one of these days I need to do a video with all 3 side by side. Maybe I will promise you I'll try to do that in the next few weeks, and look for it on my YouTube channel.
That's a nice idea. I did a blog post a little while ago that showed the different knits and how the length will be different depending on the knit that you're going to use. So if you do one with the different sizes, maybe we can link that up together and do like a blog that has both of those options to show all in one place.
The Great Bead Extravaganza does have a YouTube channel. And in fact, it's really nice if you have a smart TV or you have a device on your TV like Roku or Apple TV, you can watch all the live streams that when people put it to the YouTube channel, like we are right now, you can watch it on your big screen, which can be a lot of fun. I was doing that this morning with Allegory Gallery. My whole family was watching Andrew, and he was cracking my mom up. And my mom isn't easy to crack up. She's not like, she doesn't, she's not a big laugher or like a real funny lady. Like that's not her thing. She's very stern. But she just thought he was so hilarious.
He is hilarious. I always love it.
So
you want to go back to the 4 screen so they can see your designs on there too?
Sure. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. I'm just looking at this comment. You want me to flip it that way? There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Comment from Eileen. Do you ever use the wire guardians? You totally can, but it's unnecessary with our product. So if you like it aesthetically to see those ends covered, then go ahead and use them. But the idea of the wire guardian initially, guardian, was to protect the wire from wearing through. It is a very rare occasion that our wire wears at the clasp. That's unusual. Usually if wire breaks, it's in the center, and it's because generally speaking, when people put their jewelry away, they fold it. And sometimes that will make this part weak if you're using a wire that's too thin for your design, or you have a bead there that's like really abrasive and it's constantly kind of jabbing into the nylon coating and cutting it. But very rarely does a design break where it's attached to the clasp. But again, some people just like how it looks, and that's totally fine. Any other questions while you've got Kristen and I here? We have 3 minutes. Let's see. Sylvia's asking, did you share the link for the cones to use with the knitted part? I bet Damien will grab that for you again. Thank you for all the nice comments. Shelly says, will the video quality be better on replay? Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. It usually is. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's just part of streaming. Sometimes it's a little difficult. Like you can see Kristen's thing looks perfect right now.
It just doesn't want me to move.
It's just when you go in and you start moving, then it gets a little bit frustrating. So last things I wanted to talk about were those deals that we have available. There is a free gift every order this weekend. And we've got a BOGO. If you buy the quad, you will get the bead mix free. And we are doing buy more, get more. So you can get $10 off, $49, $15 off, $69, $20 off, $99. And all orders ship for free over $65 in the US. So lots of great deals. You can stack them together. You can get 4 deals. Sometimes you guys have other coupons that you're holding on to from a past kit. I see you using them. That's great. We planned on that. We want you to have a great week here and get all those deals and giveaways. And we have one last giveaway to do as well. Is that right, Damien?
I think he just posted something. So I
just post it.
There it is. Okay.
All right. And we have one. All of you that are getting a giveaway, make sure you private message us your address. We have your names. We'll try to get a hold of you, but it's better if you just message us right away so that we can get your mystery kit out to you next week. Right. Let's see. Any other questions or things that we need to? Lots of congratulations.
Yeah, so fun. I'm glad we were able to do these giveaways live today. I think that was a lot of fun to add that in.
Exciting. Damien, can you put all 4 names into one comment here at the end while Kristen and I are wrapping up so that we can see all of the winners in one place?
Oh, I think he has that in that one there. It says Diane. Yeah, the 4 free gift winners are in the comment you have highlighted.
I saw someone for them after that, so I didn't read it here.
Yeah.
Hey, we did it. We did
it. So exciting. Thank you, everyone. It really, I mean, I will say, like, this group, this collective of presenters are really fabulous with one another. We really help support each other, and we are so grateful to have all of you here with us and helping to support all of our small businesses. We are all very small businesses, some of us teeny tiny businesses and one-person companies, and it means a lot to have your support, have your orders, have you in here sharing what you're making and commenting with us. You know, it doesn't go unnoticed, and we're very grateful for it. So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening. I said the other day in my normal broadcast on Wednesdays at 3 p.m., I said I was listening to a report and they were talking about how many of the small businesses went out of business during COVID just here in California. And it was a staggering number. It was huge. And we have just been so fortunate to be aligned with such just stand-up businesses in the Great Bead Extravaganza, and to have all of you guys just supporting us to keep us going. We appreciate every single order, and all the orders that we get this weekend have already gotten and will be getting. We really appreciate you because it helps us keep our 12-person business going. And I don't take that lightly. As a manager of the company, I feel very responsible for those 12 people to be able to have Thanksgiving dinner and be able to have a job to go to every day. And it's a big deal. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We really appreciate it.
100%. Yes.
Okay, we got to go because
right.
The fabulous.
We have our friend Nile of Silver Silk and More coming up.
The most spectacular cowboy you know. Nilay Patel of Silver Silk and More. He will be up next shortly. Look for him in the featured section, and we will see you guys next time. Have a great weekend, everybody. And you can find everything we did today on our website, which is softluxcompany.com.
Giddy
Bye.
up.